Do you ever get in a car and wish that you had some exercises to do? Today's video was inspired by a comment from Home Fix. Go check her out. She's a DIY channel and she does an awesome job. She says, I love all the side-to-side neck stretching. I do a lot of that in the car at red lights. Do you have additional tips, exercises for the car? Yes, Home Fix, I actually do. Your neck stretches. So the best way to do that is to turn your head to one side and absolutely make sure that you are at a red light or you're stopped, because safety first. And then hold for a count to 10. And then do the other side and hold for a count to 10. You can also bring your neck down and just hold for a count to 10. Now remember, safety first, so make sure that you are stopped or you're at a red light, so your foot is on the brake. The other thing you can do is move forward and then raise your head. The next exercise would be for your shoulders. So what you want to do is that you can roll, sit back, and roll your shoulders. Remember, you're stopped when you're doing this. You can do that for a count of 10 and then reverse for a count of 10. The other thing that you can do, the other exercise that you can do, and this is awesome because it works the entire arm, is to, not only does it work on your fingers, especially when we're over the age of 50, sometimes you start getting a little arthritis and your fingers can start locking. And these are great exercises to do regardless. So you can do this with one hand on the steering wheel, like I said, at a stop. If you're at a stop, that's a perfect time to do it. And open and close, 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 and do that for a count of 10. And then the other hand for a count of 10. And then alternate. You want to do about 3 sets. A count of 10 and then alternate. That not only works your hand, but it also works your arm. Put your hands together, now you're stopped. So this will be good at a rest stop. And then you want to bring it down, up. Bring it down, up. Bring it down, up. Do for a count of 10, and you want to do 3 sets of that as well. And to make sure that your back is straight. Good posture is so important when you're driving long distance. So make sure that your back is straight, pretty close to 90 degrees, or as much as is comfortable that you can take it. If you do that, if you sit up where it's good posture, you are not going to feel the back pains that you do when you're traveling long distance. So as you travel for Thanksgiving, Christmas, make sure that your seat is up. I have a little anecdote. A friend of mine I would always sit in the passenger seat, and I would always have it at 90 degrees. And she said when her kids would come in, they would say, oh, they know already that I have been sitting there. And so she went on a trip with her husband, which was a longer trip, and she put her seat up. And she came back and told me, you are right in sitting up, because it helped me so much. I did not hurt my back when I went on the trip. Sit up and then just squeeze. That's your abdomen, right? Just your abs. Just squeeze it in and out. Now, when you squeeze in, I want you to blow out, because you always want to blow out on exertion. You never want to hold in all of that. Okay, so you want to blow out on exertion. Squeeze in and then inhale. Squeeze in and then inhale. That's something easily you can do even when you're driving, and if it's long distance. But safety first. Hands on the wheel. If you have an automatic car, your right foot is always on the pedal. It's moving back and forth, but the left one stays pretty much not active at all. So you can raise and lower, raise and lower. Now this is better if you're stopped, okay? Stopped at a light. That is better to do that when you're stopped at a light. And that's what you do. Raise and lower, raise and lower. The other thing you can do, and you don't want to exercise to where you touch the steering wheel at all. My husband tells me I keep my steering wheel low. So you want your steering wheel up if you're going to be raising and lower. And it's ever so gently, just to get the circulation moving. The other thing you could do is to work on your ankles. And that is inverting and everting our ankles. Something that our ankles should be doing anyway. That's the range of motion for your ankles, but we don't do that enough. So you want to bring your ankles inward and outward, inward and outward, inward and outward. And then you want to do that for a count of 10 and do 3 sets of that as well. Is to, like, your seatbelt is on, of course. Seatbelt is on, but you can still turn and engage those obliques for a count of 10. You have to be stopped. Safety first. Then turn to the other side. Now let's see, we can do it with our hands on the steering wheel. Turn for a count of 10. Remember to blow out. Bring it in. Inhale. Turn for a count of 10. So you're engaging those obliques. Turn for a count of 10, and then turn for a count of 10. And make sure that you're blowing out on exertion at all times. Let me know in the comments what other videos you would like to see. If you want indoor walking videos, check out the top videos. And if you want strength training videos, check out the bottom.